Welcome back. So we'll continue writing few more test cases for quickbuzz.com website. So let me navigate to that again. Yeah, so these ads you will not see in QA environment. Okay, so these are some production directly. They are visible directly in prod specific URLs. All right, so this is an initial page. Okay, I want to scroll down little bit. Okay, I want to scroll down to here. So basically you are going to validate if you can scroll down in Appium or not on a mobile browser. Okay, you want to check if your website is able to scroll down. So for that you need to write a scroll down step, right? Let me show how easy it is to write that step in mobile browsers. There are two single steps which you need to write. Okay, so you cannot directly do that using Selenium or Appium to scroll down in Chrome browser, but with the help of JavaScript executor you can achieve it, right? So you are executing JavaScript on your browser to scroll. Okay, this is the simple step, window.scroll by. So how much you want to scroll, that coordinate you can pass here. So minimum scrolling point is 250. If you want to scroll more, you can hit 480. Okay, now for example, if you want to click an object which is not in visible mode, so script might identify it or not. Okay, there is some inconsistency if it is not in visible mode. So at that time you will scroll down to make that in visible mode, and then you will hit or get a text from that object. Okay, so basically with these two steps, so you see that I created JavaScript executor object, and with that object I am executing the JavaScript, and the script is window.scrollby. That's it, and it scrolls for you. Okay, now when you run the test you will see that it scrolls a little bit down to make another object visible. Okay, so once it is scrolled, let us try one validation. Yeah, let's say it scrolls like this, and I want to know whether top stories is a header or not. This is header, right, for all this section. So your requirement is to validate whether top stories is a part of header section or not. If this is your test case, how do you do that? It's not about all clicking or send keys or getting text. This is something tricky. Validate if it is in header or not, because all your test cases will be in that fashion only, right? So if you inspect, you see that when you click on top stories, the class says it is an header. Okay, so now basically we need to grab this class and make sure if there is a header text in this class object. Okay, when I asked my developer saying how would I know whether top stories is header or not, then he would say saying that if it is header, we are assigning a class with UI branding header name. Okay, so if you can prove with your test that top stories class name having header in that value, then we can clearly say that's a header section. Okay, because if you go and spy anywhere here, you will not see that. Okay, you see this object, there is no header, it's all an image, and go here, it's a row. If you see clearly, it's a row, and but here it's UI branding header. Okay, so how to grab the class name of this object, right? So let me go back. First of all, I want to find using the XPath, right, or anything. So I will use text. I will use text attribute to identify this uniquely with an XPath. Let me show you. So I'm scrolling down here little bit, so the top stories will get invisible mode, because in general it's not in visible mode. Okay, this is how it looks for you. And when you come down, and here where you see that, so that's why we are scrolling down using this step. And thereafter, let me write one more XPath. slash slash, it's a h4, right? h4 text. Okay, so I am uniquely identifying that object. So once my mouse or my cursor moves into the specific location with this X path, then I am saying dot get me the attribute. Okay, so I can get any attribute of this section because currently my cursor is here because of this step. When I say go and find element with this X path, it came here. And thereafter here I am asking to get an attribute of class. Okay, so that it reaches here and pulls down the class attribute. And I want to know whether this class attribute contains, there is a method called contains header. That's it. So basically this returns a string. So string dot contains header. So it will go and scan this entire class item if it have a header or not. So once it finds a header, so that means it's an header section and script should pass. So we can put an assertion. I can simply say assert dot assert true. So what is this? Okay, so I can go and import assert. Yeah, so basically assertions are kind of validations. Okay, so here I am checking whether this class contains header, the string. Till here it returns me an entire string value, and I am checking if that string contains this value. If it contains, then whole string returns true, a boolean. If it doesn't contains the header, this whole step returns false. So what I am saying, verify if it returns true. So that I can simply say by saying assert dot assert true. So this assert true method expects this argument to become true. Okay. So when you write entire step into this assert true argument, so it assumes that whatever the argument is written inside me, it should return me true. Okay, so if it doesn't return true, I will fail. That's what assertion says. Okay, now if there is one more method in assertion called false. If you write this method, change to assert false. So this assert false expects this argument to become false. Okay, it should send return a false, then only it passes. If it becomes true, then which is a mismatch, then it says I am failing, the script gets failed. Okay, that's how you can validate all your automation test cases, automation scripts, validation points with the help of assertions. More about this we will talk in our TestNG lectures. Okay, I'm just throwing a light on how assertions works. So basically this should return a true. That's why I have used this assertion. If something goes wrong, script fails at the 27th line. Alright, so we have scrolled down and we have successfully grabbed this header. Let me run this test. Make sure you see the Appium logs. Okay, so it opens Chrome browser. It should click on menu icon first. It's loading basically. Yeah, once loading is done, it should identify a menu. Okay, this time ad is not displayed. You see how weird. You see that it scrolled down. Did you observe it? It clearly scrolled down. So this is not the actual UI. Actual UI is somewhere. Okay, script is done. This is how it should display. But you saw top stories. If you have not concentrated on that, just go back to move your video a little bit back and verify. It has scrolled down, and is script failed? No, it did not fail. So that means asset.assetTrue successfully got true from its argument. Okay, if it doesn't contain true, script should fail at the 27th line. If it did not fail, so that means this returned as true. Okay, so this is how assertions help you. Here I can just print out if it is true or not, but with the help of assertion we are actually validating it. Okay, so and that's how you scroll as well. So these are the things you need to get started with Chrome browser, because I have explained you how to scroll down as well, and there is nothing more. Okay, this is not a native app to see the touch tap actions. It's a browser, right? So only scroll is the one thing different from actual web browser testing. So hereafter, please feel free to practice and do more and more exercises. Okay, so these days, whoever developed a website, they want to develop it in mobile as well. They want to test it in mobile as well, because many users are accessing the client websites from mobile only. So this mobile browser testing going to overcome all the existing testings whatever we are currently in. Okay, it's going to override all the web testing as well. So currently web testing is most famously done. We all know that, right? Who knows, tomorrow mobile testing might be top priority than web, because I specifically browse all the websites in a mobile more than a web. Okay, so that's how trend is going on. So people now want to test all their apps in mobile browser as well. Okay, so that's how it has gained a lot of importance. So with this knowledge, with this code examples, please feel free to continue and do more and more exercises. Okay, if you have any doubts, please post in the discussion board. I'm happy to assist you. All right, so see you in the next section with one more new topic. Thank you.